always Coke out. If you're gonna go white, go Coke.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Baker Mayfield and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Taylor Heineke and the Washington Commanders.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be brought out by a player who was undrafted back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter, it's Taylor Heineke.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start on the ground with Robinson here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
So you got beat.
Now, these two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season, with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. From the 39, Heineke. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Heineke. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Down to about the 37.
It's just hard to get going.
The last
on
run got
anything
3.
that's
Now
not
here's 2nd and 7.
directly inside. You know what I'm saying?
Robinson with another carry. And he's going to take
But
this
then
close to the
inside,
first down
man, I'm
marker as he
telling you,
stopped at the Eagles' 31.
He'll
A
chug
gain
that
of
dude.
3 last play. This time they double it
Oh,
and
he
pick
a
up
little bit
6.
tired.
And this will be play
Tired.
number 8 of the opening drive. It's
Don't get
3rd
this
and
first
short
down, man,
on
and I
3rd
ain't,
down,
you know, don't need
Robinson.
no more. All right.
And some
Woo.
room to
Matter of fact, make it a touchdown then, Bo. Make it a touchdown then.
Into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive
we just
coordinator?
don't snap
and he
off
told
like that.
us,
Absolutely.
with some
And then went
teams, I
Brady.
script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Washington kick team
This
back
reminds
out
me
there
of
now as
Baker
they will
Mayfield.
send this
I
one
don't know
away.
what's up with none of that.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over.
Right, what's going on with this?
They're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
Well, the silver lining from
Somebody
last
got
week,
hurt.
he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
The drive will start with an option going left. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Mayfield. He'll check this down.
Bro, what is up with that shit?
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Feast or famine, I guess.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They're
Thank you.
unable to connect, but a late flag comes
I'm telling you, bro,
and
these
the
more.
contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Heineke looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start.
Ain't no Baker, we're just going to hand them to us like that.
Right? And I have a feeling that they just
And
want
making
to
him
stay
play
in
like
this
Dookie.
zone. What's truly incredible about this start is
I
they
didn't
can
think he
add on
was
a
that
couple more
bad.
scores. This one could legitimately be over.
Damn, it is out
in the
there with the
second
dot,
quarter.
though.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. Mayfield now. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 64 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
They just a turnover machine in this game. Like, they don't care.
Back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 112 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count.
I don't even know how this man was able to do that.
In the NFL, he'll have a tough time.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Mayfield steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
4th down, Mayfield, and it's caught. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 21-0 our score after one. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
Oh, shit.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Taken in at the 3.
Bro, come on now.
Tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Bro, what?
What we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Throwing. Heineke. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. On the move past the 40. A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Bro.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Fletcher Cox.
Well, y'all letting fat ass Fletcher
It's a
Cox run me
loss of
down,
3.
bro.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Bro, stop running backwards. Like,
to try to keep that momentum going. And just a couple yards
oh
there down
God.
to 17. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
60 B's, he's right back at him.
They'll go again with McKissick. And
Yeah, right back at him.
quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. McKissick is in. Touchdown, Washington. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Ah, come
First
on.
play of the drive there is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards for number 11. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And this one complete to Smith. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Mayfield with it once more. Goes right back to Smith again. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Hines. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And Joseph Charlton on now to punt. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means...
Bro, stop playing like...
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing...
What is up with y'all and telling me this man is fumbling all the time?
I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. 80 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it. And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Heineke. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays. You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what? They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going. Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 7 yards there and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Play action now. Here's Heineke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Heineke to throw it. And we're going to be off.
Get your big ass head out the way, Logan.
He's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Wait on his big ass to get over here so I can get my blocking.
His 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game. And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down, Mayfield again. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On third down, Mayfield. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And here's Joseph Charlton now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over first and 10. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone.
Got to the second half, bro. We done cracked off for 42 already. Sit down.
An extra point by Sly is up and good, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Beating the dog shit out y'all boys,
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night.
Cold as
we'll
shit.
send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mayfield to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield got a man. It's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Needs to be open, bro.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. This short throw caught by Goddard. And out of bounds right around the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Oh, God, leave.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Like, you go a half a down foot, you always gonna edge up over the fucking line like that.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards
Not
on the
worried
pass
about y'all being 3
completion
wide
than they
either,
would have
though,
gained with
beating.
the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's got it. Touchdown.
He can't get to this, man. That's really just all that it is.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to claw one back.
Oh, no, bro. I'm not going to get it. Trying to blitz. We're going to get it some other way. Might have to actually break into that damn nickel.
The lead down a bit to 28.
See if we can get this motherfucker passing the ball.
So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. This one fielded at the 5.
Wasn't a very great user juke, but all right.
First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
It's my fault they ain't gonna play football.
On 1st and 10,
Get the
it's
block.
Robinson.
Jesus.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Garbage.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near
fat
the line
boy
of
fucking
scrimmage.
my stuff up,
Absolutely
man.
nowhere to run there.
Very inside, bro. That's right. Yeah.
On 3rd down, Heineke.
We out.
And he finds McLaurin. Past the 20.
Wish y'all get for shading the linebacker over there.
Touchdown, Washington.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
Said I ain't
and
do
the
it.
Commanders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the 39, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt
Can't
here.
get to
Still
him.
a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking
Like
at
for
third
real.
down. They'll look to throw.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do
Oh,
in practice, and one of them
golly.
is called matching hands, and as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Heineke on first down.
Bro,
Nowhere to go.
what
Here
the
he
fuck?
lost
Get the ball!
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return.
I
And
mean,
an
it's
Eagle
still there.
touchdown.
But that's
mean,
got to be so
still there, bro.
disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a
still there.
touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely
It's
have
like
to have a
you
short
really-
memory to play in the
I
NFL.
really
You got
do
to
feel
remember what you
like
did
that.
wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
This is something I haven't had to do.
To
in a
throw
while,
again
so
on second
kind
down.
of fucking
Heineke.
me up. We out.
He's got a man. Complete.
Stupid ass dude.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 74 yards.
And the Commanders have got it on cruise control.
And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space,
Terry
and
killing
finding
the
the
thing
end
right
zone.
here.
That's what it's all about.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Man open left side is Brown.
That shit.
And he is going to have an
Didn't even
Eagles
look
first
proper,
down
bro.
as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Now it's Hines. And boy, this defense again
Brown like
really
AB.
making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Heineke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And down to the 36-yard line here. 106 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exers looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Baby, boy. That man's a baby.
22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Oh, boy, if I'd have got Muma in on that, you got the lights out for that bump.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A beautiful fake.
Come on, man.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah,
they're really not, though. They haven't done anything to try and help. Like, they've literally let that man run crazy all over that DB in single coverage.
Midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Like, kept getting the ball.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone
And I
with
keep
vision
looking at him
and good
being like,
footwork,
why is he
and handling
by
a little bit of
himself
power, and you
covering
find a way to
carry?
pick up 1st downs.
Like,
now
are you
looking to
guys
throw on 1st
insane?
down. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Get off of that.
A little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach
one of
in the
my
Hall
stuff
of Fame
I can use.
whose
I don't
nickname was
normally
Close
use.
the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't
Y'all
really
showing
big
me
on
right
that.
now I can't even run a screen with Brian Robinson because he will get stuck in fucking traffic.
He'll get only 3 there,
Craziness.
so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive
Absolute
back or two
builder.
because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Yo, I appreciate the like, my brother.
Looking to throw. Heineke.
Oh, that's a bad throw. Oh, that's a horrible throw.
Has it covered. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Jesus, man, that was not a dump off at all, player. Like, I understand you under pressure, but golly, man. I swear, half your interceptions this year has been the most ridiculous shit. Get the hell out of here, man. Why do they even have AB? This don't make no sense.
Been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points. So there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though,
I could not
they were
imagine.
just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Get him down here at the 23. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception.
I'm never gonna get
now
over
you
that.
get to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
Are you going to block him? Oh, God.
Inside the 20.
Get off him.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11
yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Let me draw back.
There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
Robinson up the middle, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2.
Because I'm needing to hit like a grown man,
That's
bro.
That's
like,
what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd and 1, here's Heineke. Targeting Thomas on the
boy, get
outside,
out,
making the
mush
catch.
him.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down
Let's
conversion.
go walk out of here, man.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Commanders, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.
Garbage. Who we got next week? The Texans. Oh, God. What are you talking about? You got the sack. Ain't that what you're supposed to be getting? Force fumble, tackle for loss, something like that? 1+. You got one. Unless I'm just tripping. Man, I'm tripping, bro. I don't know. Crazy.